The lands of Gielinor are heating up. It's finally here, Trailblazer Reloaded. Lock yourself to 3 selected areas and pick and choose your relics and blaze your own trail. Unless, of course, you're following some max efficiency optimized guide, but we don't do that around here. No, I have done my best to stay away from spoilers, hints, clues, or strategies to make sure that my experience is best catered towards my own decisions. And I have one goal in mind, to become a melee god and solo the Theater of Blood. That along with getting some super cool rewards. So grab some coffee, grab a snack, and throw me on your second monitor because you better be playing too. Let's start League's Trailblazer Reloaded. Oh, the worlds are here. We are live. And it looks like they have different worlds for different activities. That's good. Oh man, I am so excited to be logging into this right now. It's been so long. So the first thing we have to do, of course, is open up our new Leagues menu. And the most important thing in Leagues is always tasks. We're going to be completing a lot of these. And there's an overwhelming amount of them, so we're not really looking for particular tasks. We're just looking to blanket do as many as we can within whatever proximity we have around us. So here comes the second most important aspect of Leagues, areas. So this Leagues, we're going to be able to unlock 3 different areas and we get Miscellan for free. And it looks like it's going to give us Karamja for free as well, which I can't remember if they gave Karamja to you for free last time. I really can't. I don't think they did, but I could be wrong. Who knows? And looking at this list, I definitely have to unlock Karamja. I just tried to unlock a different zone. It did not let me. So you have to take it. Oh, that is such a cool animation. Okay, Karamja unlocked. Moving on. Relics. All right, relics is what make Leagues actually fun. These are what make you absolutely overpowered. And you have to be really careful when selecting them because once you select it, you have it permanently. You can't go back. There's no do-overs. And it looks like it's going to give us 3 to start, or 3 to choose from to start. And I can kind of get the gist of what these are going to give me, but let's just go over them in a little bit more detail so I can just cement what I want. And I should preface my choices with saying I'm doing this to get the best melee build possible for late game. Looking at this already, I'm super excited because it looks like I can look at the other relics and I can sort of plan out my path. I was worried that those were just going to be darked out or blacked out and I wasn't going to be able to read those and I'd be kind of flying blind, but this is really good for letting me plan. All right, enough blabbering, let's take a look at these. So I'm not too interested in the collection skills, although it looks like this gives double food, but it looks like you can get double resources and they're also auto-banked. And also looks like this has a passive as well. And these passives are really good. Infinite Run is pretty crazy. I'm going to assume that these passives apply to all the starting relics. That would be insane if this is just one that applies to this one. But overall for harvesting, I'm not too interested in getting double logs or double fish, anything like that. I think that there's stuff that's a lot more practical, that's more useful in Ironman. Okay, Production Prodigy, I'm just going to throw this out here. This is probably the one I'm going to take. Whenever you're producing things, it just does your entire inventory, which is amazing. And the thing that I'm really looking at is the fact that I'm going to be able to instantly make potions, and I have a 25% chance at making an extra. So I'm essentially increasing my potions by 25%, and that's just huge on Ironman. Herb lore is such a pain point, so I'm really leaning towards this one. Trickster's the last one left, and it's going to have some insane potential to change my mind, so let's go take a look at that. Okay, Trickster seems actually really insane. Loot is doubled. You can't fail pickpockets. You'll automatically re-pickpocket. Although I will say it really bothers me that they still have coin pouches, even on an Iron Man only game mode. Like, coin pouches are an anti-bot mechanic. I don't know, coin pouches have always just been really a pain point for me. Like, it seems like it's so easy to bot, but whatever, I don't care about that right now. I think that this talk about double loot from box traps is a little bit of a bait. We're not going ranged anyway, but even if you are going ranged, I don't think that you really need Chinchampas to train up your stats. You're going to be gaining EXP so fast anyway. This just seems like a really strong early game relic because of all the gold you can generate off of pickpocketing. This pretty much seems like the wild card relic. Like, people take this and it's probably got insane potential and it probably will slingshot you forward. But I think Production Prodigy is just a safe bet for me, so we're going to skip out on Trickster. Yes, confirm. And look at that animation. Now I know why we only get a league every 2 years. Oh man, you can really just tell the time and effort that they put into this. All right, I'm completely overwhelmed right now. There's so many tasks to do, so many relics, so many areas, just so many things to consider. All right, it looks like we have 58 tasks until our next area, and we have 480 points until our next relic. So we immediately want to start knocking this stuff out. And because I haven't watched any guides or I don't really have any plans, I think maybe the safest best bet is to just start Cook's Assistant. You just do this on any account, so why not Leagues as well? Oh my gosh, look at all the people. I love seeing the game like this. All right, we need an egg first. We need an egg, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm running up to the windmill without wheat. We can't forget that. We get a task for milking a cow. See, so this is why I kind of wanted to do this. I think we're going to get a lot of tasks just by playing the game and not really reading up on all of them. I think reading them in our spare time is good, but just running around and doing as many things as we could for a normal account is also really important. A lot of these tasks are just going to come naturally to us, and then we can search for the more niche ones that we have to go out of our way for. I think that's really the strategy I want to go for here. All right, we turn in Cook's Assistant, and hold on, we just got a bunch of points dumped on us. Why is my cooking... Oh, Production Prodigy is giving me boosted skills. I forgot about that. Okay, so our cooking is always going to be plus 12 or 13. I can't remember which, along with a few of our other skills. That's great. And it looks like with this boosted EXP, we got past level 10, so it looks like there's level milestones that are also tasks. That's good to note. So just leveling up more and more and more, you're going to get more and more tasks. And I'm assuming the higher levels you are, the higher level the task is, so you get more points progressively. That scales well, so that's good. And I'm running in here to get these shears because I see a bunch of people shearing sheep. I have a sneaking suspicion that's a task as well. It's not a task? Do you really mean to tell me that all these people are doing the quest sheep shear? There's no way. I must be missing something. That's okay. That's okay. Man, I love this infinite run. Let's take another look at our task list and start going down it. All right, there's a lot of Karen stuff at the top, but if we go further down, I see there's Goblin, Moss Giant, and Guard. All early game monsters, we can kill all of them. Let's go ahead and handle the Goblin right now. I'm literally losing to the I have lost 8 hit points to this Goblin. How is this possible? I started with 10. All right, the raid boss is down. All right, task completed. Very nice. All right, looking at the... holy shit, this guy just went up in flames. He just literally burned out. Oh my god, he's gone. That death animation is amazing. All right, rip that guy. All right, I see here that we need to bury bones. I'm literally going to run back to that defeated raid boss goblin to bury those bones. Bones buried, task completed. We're just going to pickpocket real fast for another task while I think about how we get food. Normally on an Iron Man, early game, you go to Ardoin and you just pick up cakes, but I'm not exactly sure where we're going to be getting food from. I already used my shrimp and bread because that goblin beat the hell out of me, but I'm going to need more food because I need to do the Stronghold of Security for 10k, and I'm not sure where I'm going to get more food. I don't think I'm going to be unlocking Kandrin first, and I'm certainly not going to wait to unlock Kandrin in order to go get cakes to go do the Stronghold. That order of events just doesn't make sense. So maybe I'm actually going to have to kick it like old school style and actually fish for food. I'm not sure yet. Actually, looking at the relics, I don't think I'm going to go Kandrin at all. Now, I know normally you need Kandrin in order to get Piety, which is an insane prayer for melee builds, but I'm looking at these ruinous powers. I'm taking these. Which means I only need Kandrin for Zenites, and I don't think getting Kandrin for Zenites is worth an entire other area, so I think we're just going to forego going Kandrin, and I really want to try out these ruinous powers. We didn't get them in the main game, and I really want to try the new Ancient Prayers. I think it'd be a lot of fun. They have a lot of potential. Okay, so that opens up a whole extra area for us, which is exciting, but it just means I need to make more decisions, and I need to think more about where I'm going exactly. What would be another really good melee region? Because we're definitely doing Asgarnia for God Wars, and we're definitely doing Mauritania for the Scythe at TOB. So I think my third region really might be the desert. If I'm doing next, I really want Missouri. And Missouri comes from TOA, and I guess having a Fang wouldn't be bad either. Like, Fang is obviously a really good weapon as well. I'm probably going to be using the Scythe everywhere, but maybe Fang is something that I can quickly pick up and use beforehand. Oh man, I just love theory crafting. I just love it. All right, I've been knocking these tasks out. We're 42 tasks away from our next area and 320 points from our next relic. So I've been running around Lumbridge doing menial tasks that are just like up to level 5 in each skill. This early game progression just feels amazing. This is why everyone was shearing sheep. You need to spin a ball of wool for our tasks. No shit. We're currently doing Rune Mysteries because it's a task to get into the Essence Mine, but while we're doing this, we steal tea while we're around Aubury and Varrock. So this is what I'm talking about when I mention proximity tasks. Like, set yourself to a goal, and when you're doing that goal, just see all the little tasks that you can pick up while you're doing that main goal. Because if you just keep jumping from goal to goal to goal, me personally, I just get cross-eyed. Also, that's 100 total levels. We are moving up in the world. All right, we solved the mysteries of the rune. Oh, why was that 40 points? There are so many tasks to do with fire making, fletching, and woodcutting. It is no surprise that woodcutting is our first level 20. And I spent all that time doing rune mysteries and I forgot to go into the fucking mine. What am I thinking? All right, there's my task. Oh my god, it's a task to get a chair to follow you in Draenor Manor. That is hilarious. Actually, it might be a task to follow me on YouTube too, just saying. Ernest, da chicken done. And I'm actually flabbergasted that that was not a task. What? We'll need this quest for the accumulator later, but I am just dumbfounded that that is not a task or some kind of task. Regardless, that quest gives us 300 gold so we can pick up a steel axe. I know that chopping wood with a steel axe is a task, and I didn't even realize home teleporting was a task, but that's an easy pickup too. Let's go. This is just dopamine on crack. Like, normally you complete something in RuneScape and you feel a huge sense of relief or accomplishment. Well, right now I'm just getting hit with just task after task after task, and all of them are just, oh my gosh, it's so good. All right, let's try to turn these 2 shrimps into 10k. I forgot to grab the cash on this floor, but that's 10k, we're done. I've just been informed that going to the bottom floor is a task, but I don't have the food to do it, so we're gonna have to come back later. And it looks like doing 10 laps of the Varrock agility course is 40 points. That's going to be a huge boost towards our next relic. So I want to start aiming for that. So we have to start with Draenor. And while we're in Draenor, we can start Vampire Slayer. And I've spent about the last 20 minutes training combat. So we're going to go to Varrock. We're going to do Vampire Slayer. And we're also going to do the Varrock agility course. It's just so big brain. And we got 36 attack off Vampire Slayer, and with our 10k we can buy an Addy sword and equip an Addy weapon. I'm just impressing myself, like that's all I'm doing. I'm just sitting here amping myself up. I'm so amped up. Oh, there's probably a task for equipping a mithril weapon too. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, killing a guard is a task, and I think I have the stats to do it, although my defense is kind of low. And I have to come up to this super secret guard area because everybody's pickpocketing the guards everywhere else, so this is probably the only place I can kill one. Oh, it was close, but not close enough. Another task easily completed. Don't ask me to define easy. And while we're over here, we're gonna purchase a home for 1,000 coins. Favorite task so far, it just feels good to pretend. And I'm pretty sure equipping full studded top and bottom is a task, but I don't have the range level yet, so I'll just pick that up for later. So we just visited Death's Domain, and that was the last task we needed for our first relic. Which, let me just say, it's really smart of them to put the teleporting relics as literally your second relic. That is so nice. They knew what they were doing. Getting around the map just for everybody is so great. So let's compare these two. So for Globetrotter, it just looks like you basically have your player-owned house on you at all times. Your player-owned house being your jewelry box and your portal nexus, so that's pretty nice. And then we have Fairy's Flight, where I can teleport to leprechauns, spirit trees, and fairy rings. Which this one seems super interesting to me because I can teleport to tool leprechauns anywhere on the map, and there's a lot of those in kind of like niche areas. Plus, that'll make farming so easy. And it's not like leveling up construction in this is going to be really hard, so I'm going to be able to get a player-owned house later anyway. So while I think Globetrotter might be a little bit better early, I think that Fairy's Flight will be better in the long term. And it's not like it's bad right now either. Like, there are tool leprechauns in both Lumbridge and Varrock, so... Oh, second unlock on the account. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting hit with all this dopamine. I love this. And get this neat old little mushroom that we can also equip. Very cool. Okay, I'm trying to decide what I want to do next, so while I was doing that, I just decided to train my combat up to level 25. No wasted time, no wasted EXP. And if you're starting out and you don't know where to get a rake, you can actually buy one from people who tend these patches. Raking a patch is a task, and 2 farming. We are just moving up in the world. I got the green thumb. And while you're in Varrock, you must pet da dog. It is the law. Is that the sawmill or the inferno? Because I'm about to plank. We grabbed planks for the Daddy's Home mini quest, which boosted us to level 24 construction. I don't know what we need that for right now. I'm just trying to grab as many levels as I can everywhere. Like, why not? I will say that this Fairy's Flight interface is gonna get some getting used to. There's so many places on there that I can't go yet. Okay, we're training range because I want to put the studded shit on already. 20 range, which means we can put on our studded top and bottom. And I'll say the joke, I guess I'm a stud now. It looks like equipping a maple shortbow is also a task, so I'm just gonna keep training here and think about what my first area should be. So like I was saying before, we're definitely taking Asgarnia and Mauritania. I just don't know what area 3 is going to be. But if I definitely know I'm taking Asgarnia and I'm definitely taking Mauritania, if I had to pick between the two, I think I go Asgarnia. Asgarnia just seems like an overall easier place to get tasks. It's pretty noob friendly, and I've seen enough series and videos to know that Mauritania is not exactly inviting to low-level players, although I won't be low for long. So yeah, as I talk this out, I'm gonna go Asgarnia first. And if this isn't a good option, it's not like we're going to be stuck there too long. Unlocking our second area won't take that long, so nothing to really worry about either way. 30 range and our maple shortbow. Another step closer to our accumulator as well. And like I said before, we are going melee, but I'm putting a secondary emphasis on range because I'm really debating going desert as my third area now, and I could get Missouri. It'd be great for next. And I forgot to do this earlier, but we're finally going to get our Varrock 10 laps. And it puts us so close to our first level 40, I figured we might as well get that too. We just knocked out like 80 points. So good. which puts us only 6 tasks away from going to Asgarnia. I've never been so excited to go into Falador. Hell, I haven't been this excited in a while. The last time I was this giddy was when I was getting really hard combat achievements on Cal. So now I'm just rushing the tasks as fast as I can, so Dark Wizard is another really easy one. Slash Deweb in the sewers. And I think killing a Moss Giant is also a task, but it's multi and they're going to be aggro, but that should be no problem. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Why'd you flinch, bro? It is taking so long to kill this Moss Giant, we almost have enough time to list off all the great things about me. But maybe some other time. Moss Giant down. 2 more tasks until our unlock, and I already see an oak tree here. It's a task to fletch 25 oak stalks? I don't know why I said that like it was a question. And it's also a task to fletch 1,000 arrow shafts. Alright, this is it, our first area. To Asgarnia we go. Oh my god, I am just so excited for what's next.